Hello everyone, it's Thomas Ultimate 1213 here, back for another Thomas and Friends VHS and DVD review. It's been a while, but with this episode I know that it's going to be worth it. We got a big one. We are going to be looking at 5 releases of Thomas and Friends James Learns a Lesson. And the 5 releases we're going to be looking at is this one, these two, this, and this. So we got a total of 5 copies, 4 VHS and 1 DVD, and I'll try to open up the view. Can't really do that big for it, but there's all 5 releases. We're going to be going through all 5 of them, but after we go through the 5, I'm going to be showing off the DVD at the end there, but I won't be showing the other releases. I usually show the VHS opening, but I'm not going to do that. It's just going to take really long since these 3 are mostly the same. That one's just has the anchor bay at the beginning. But let's go look. We'll start off with this one. Here's Strand VCI, James Learns a Lesson. There's the side. There is the other side. And here's the back. I'm not going to go too deep into this one because I've already talked about it in a previous video. But there's the tape. And here is the second version, the re-released version with the updated design on the cover. And you can notice it's quite different. They used cropped the image a bit, but there's the front cover of that release. There's the spine. And here's the back, and as you can see, they changed the image from an image of James and Henry to Thomas and Terence. And I think that's better because that's one of the most notable episodes on the release. But yeah, that's the tape. Here's the tape itself. What's interesting, it's one of the few I have that actually has a sticker label. Most of the ones I have are ink labels, but that's pretty cool. It has larger reels for the tape. It's not an extended play though. Here is my second copy of that release, and it's an ink label, but it's almost the exact same tape. And there's no differences cover-wise to that one and the one I just showed. But it's a pretty cool tape. And here is the Anchor Bay re-release from, I believe, 2003. There's the spine, the other side of the spine, there's the back. One of the few times on a VHS tape, when Ringo stars on the tapes and the DVDs, they usually don't put it in the front there, but it's interesting that that's there. I'm like, after they took George Carlin and Baldwin off well, they stopped selling the ones with Baldwin, and they just stopped putting that on, so that's interesting. It's basically the same as the other 2, except just updated tape. And here at the back is the DVD copy of James Learns a Lesson. This is a re-released version. Hit Entertainment or Lionsgate re-released a whole bunch of DVDs under the Hit Entertainment brand, and I think around 2009. Yeah, it's 2009, as you can see the licensing information there. Try to get that for you. They released, I specifically remember, besides Thomas, they did a release of, they did a lot of the hit favorites. That's the only one I can remember. I think they did a Bob the Builder one. But besides Thomas, they did Calling All Engines. But yeah, I think that's one of the few that they did, and I think James Learns a Lesson as well. Here's the disc. It's very, I'm not sure if it's just faded, which I doubt it is, or it's just a really light print. I'm not sure. There's the back disc, and if you've watched the previous video to this, the thrift store finds when I showed it off, it is scratched. The menus are, and the reason I'm going to be showing the DVD, just the DVD, is because the menus and the games are accessible. It's just the main episode and the stories in it that you can't really watch. But let's cut away. We'll do a bit of a fade effect, and we'll take a look at that DVD. So we're back, and hopefully that cut wasn't too noticeable. Well, of course it's going to be. But as you can see, my camera, since the DVD player we're going to be using is blue, there's going to be a bit of a color change, so it's more yellow, I find. But let's pop this in, and let's take a look at James Learns a Lesson. So the DVD is just starting out now. I'll just put the volume not too low so I can still talk over it and basically show what's on the DVD. But technically this is just a reprint of the Anchor Bay DVD with just updated graphics for the cover and the disc, but still nonetheless interesting. And I'll just show the promos and stuff, if there are any. And it's a bit scratched there, so I'm just going to skip to the main menu. If it will let me, which I doubt it will.
Welcome to the Thomas and Friends DVD experience. Welcome to the island of Sodor. I'm Sir Topham Hatt, and this is Thomas. We will be your tour guides as you join Percy, James, Harold, and the rest of your Sodor friends for the exciting adventures of James Learns a Lesson. Thomas is getting ready to visit some of his favorite places on the island, so get your tickets and hop on board for non-stop excitement. Here we go! Hi, I'm Thomas. Each day brings lots of excitement and adventure, and there are so many fun places to explore and see. So make sure to visit the Story Stop Station, the Character Gallery, Sing-Along Depot, and Web Fun. Have a great time.
So we have here for the buttons, we just have the Play All Stories button, which is, I'm just going to turn this off so I don't get a DCMA. But we have Play All Stories basically playing the DVD, and then we have Pick a Story, and I'll just show you that briefly.
James Learns a Lesson features 7 different stories for you to enjoy. Select a story by using the direction buttons on your controller. Press the Enter button when you want to view the adventure.
So those are the first four, and then the other 7 are on the next one. And you can't really see with the camera, but the DVD does use unrestored footage. Uses the same, I believe, analog master. Well, I don't think it's an analog master, but the same master that was used for the other releases I showed before. But let's go back to the menu. The character gallery we'll look at last because that'll be the longest. But the sing-along, I'm not sure which one this is. It's the Thomas Anthem. Let's just take a quick look at the character gallery.
Welcome to the Thomas and Friends.
And actually, Brandon is narrating this one.
Many friends on the island of Sodor that I'm sure you are eager to learn about. You can either sit back and listen to the fun facts about many of your Thomas friends, or if you're in a hurry to see a favorite Sodor friend, you can click on the next button that appears on the screen. If you would like to go back to a friend, use your arrow buttons on your remote and click on the back button that appears on the screen. Have fun!
So I'll just skip through this. We just have Thomas, James, Percy, Henry, Mavis, Gordon, Duck, Edward, Toby, Bertie, Harold, Cranky, Trevor, Terrence, and Sir Topham Hatt. And then
the Thomas and Friends Character Gallery. Be sure to come back again and again.
Then if we go to the menu, the last place we'll look at is the Web Fun. And it's...
If you'd like to visit the official Thomas and Friends website, please insert this DVD into your personal computer DVD-ROM drive. You may need a grown-up to help you. ThomasandFriends.com is loaded with exciting features and news about all of your Island of Sodor friends. There are lots of activities and fun games to play. You can also find out about Thomas events and visit my office. Have fun!
And that's basically just a thing for... well, they just explained it for getting to the website. Let me just turn that audio down. And that is the James Learns a Lesson DVD. I hope you enjoyed this little look over of a bit of the copies and a sort of overview and opening of the DVD. If you'd like to request a release for this style of video, please let me know in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out in it. Thanks for watching. This is Thomas Ultimate 1213 signing off and saying bye for now.